Welcome back, familia. It is your girl, PFC here, back again with another YouTube video. If this is your first time, welcome. I am your host, Tia, aka PFC, aka the Pretty Fig Collector. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for returning. Thank you for just being here. On today's episode of I don't even know if it's an episode. I'm just gonna go with the flow and say today we are going to be choosing my top 5 figs. Let me start off by saying it is not easy to choose 5 figs out of so many. It's kind of hard, right? But we all have those ones that just are extra special. So today I went ahead and pulled my top 5 and I'm gonna go through each and every one and tell you guys why it means so much to me, and maybe you guys can tell me in the comments below what your favorite figs are. But before we get into it, you guys know the drill. Please like and subscribe to my channel for future videos, to stay up to date with everything PFC and just to rock with me, because I would greatly appreciate it. Also, if you guys could do me a favor and hit that notification bell so you can be in the loop whenever I post a new video. So without further ado, let's get into it. So to start my collection, we all started somewhere, right? We all had a beginning point. Well, I couldn't collect when I was younger, so therefore everything that I have is newer, but I started somewhere. So for my very first top pick, I am gonna go with Bray Wyatt, the Fiend, from SummerSlam 77, or SummerSlam Series 77. Now, this was my very first, I'm like trying to get it focused, very first fig that started my whole collection. For those of you that don't know, I had went to a house show where I live and literally fell in love with the Fiend's ring entrance, the whole vibe that he put out, and just everything that he had to offer at the time. Now, I want to say this was 2019 that this fig came out. I could be wrong. I don't remember. But I want to say it was 2019 when I purchased this fig here. Now, I kicked myself in the butt because this whole wave, you guys, I mean, AJ Styles, Ronda, no Ronda, thank you. But Versera, Rick Rude, Miss Elizabeth, and the Fiend. Miss Elizabeth I have. She is over here, I think behind me, right there. Yeah, she's right there. But, really? Really? I wish I can go back and get some of these, but it's okay. It is okay. So yes, this was my very first fig. I said me, like I'm a pirate. Very first fig to start the collection, so of course it has to be in my top 5. But yes, oh, it was SummerSlam 2019 because it says it back here. So yes, this is my top. Not my top. This is in my top 5. On to the next one. Now, moving on. My next fig is another awesome one. For me, this wrestler's career was just amazing. No one in the industry can top him or will ever top him, in my opinion. But when he did come out, he showed up and showed out. And who do we have? The Decade of Domination, Undertaker. Yes, we do. When we first got a glimpse of the dead man. This action figure is amazing. Sorry if I'm trying to get it to focus. My camera here is not very... There we go. The detail on this figure itself brings back so many memories from when we were first introduced to the Undertaker. Now again, this figure is in my top 5 for the reason that I am a big Taker fan, huge Taker fan. But to me, the introduction to who this man was or how we met him was everything. He was scary, he was different. It wasn't something that anybody was used to, and look at what it flourished into. What a wonderful 30-year career. That just was amazing. So this is why this figure is in my top 5, for that reason that, I mean, who doesn't love the Undertaker, right? But I feel like the OG Taker, that's where my heart is. That's where it all began. Now another amazing wave, I will say, Randy Orton. I wish I had an older Randy Orton. The only Randy I have is new. I don't know where he's at right now. I don't know where he's at, but he's a newer one. But to have this one would be awesome. He's another who's on a long, is it 20-year career now? You go, Randy Orton. Killing it. John Cena, which I'm not a fan of. I mean, I kind of stopped watching wrestling around the John Cena era, but I mean, I know he's awesome. Undertaker, Mark Henry, dope. And Natalia, Natty. She is another one that I wish I would have had, because her career is insane too. She's been going and going and going. And unfortunately, she got dropped to NXT. WWE, bring her back up to the roster and please do something with her. On to my next. Moving right along. Now, this next wrestler, this next figure is my all-time favorite. All-time favorite. I love this wrestler for so many reasons. I am an Attitude Era baby. Well, not a baby. I wasn't a baby. But I was a kid in the Attitude Era, and his character will forever be one of my favorites. And who are we talking about? The Rattlesnake, the man himself, Stone Cold Steve Austin. Now, reasons I chose this figure are very obvious. Look at everything that we come with. You have your necklace, you have the double head, the iconic hat that we all have, the t-shirt that I wear almost all the time. Your old school WWF, even though it doesn't have an F on it, microphone. You got your Wing Eagle belt. And I mean, everything about this, the brace, when I look at this, I think my childhood. You know, I think this badass man who didn't give a bleep, who didn't care, didn't, you know, was ruthless. He didn't have no rules. No one could tell this man how to live his life, his career. So that for me was something very inspiring. I remember hearing that glass shatter and just losing my wits. And WrestleMania, when he made a comeback, let me tell you, I was an emotional wreck. 1, 2, uberly excited because, like I said, all-time favorite wrestler for many, many reasons, of course, but it was amazing. It was amazing. I will say, though, it was also a rude awakening that our favorites are getting old. Our all-time favorite wrestlers are on to their new, you know, another chapter in life, and we are witnessing the new era of wrestlers take over. So for me, I had to throw this one in there because I would love to hold on to the Attitude Era as long as I can, even though I know it's you know, not here, non-existent no more, we could still relive that era through our figs. So that is why this one is also in my top 5. The next one that I have to share with you guys, this one is a female. Give it up for my ladies. Where my ladies at? This girl, I mean, wasn't necessarily the best wrestler, but I fell in love with her character. I fell in love with the gimmick. I also fell in love with the TV show because she was a diva. And I think that's why I really liked it more. At this point in time, I really wasn't watching wrestling, but I was watching Total Divas. So with that being said, my next figure in my top 5 is Nikki Bella, Elite Collection from Series 71. Now, I love Nikki for so many reasons. I cosplay her all the time. Her and Bray are so funny. I love them. It's kind of weird that there's 2 of the same person, but they're different. You know, I think Bray is up there somewhere. She's over there somewhere. But I really loved what she brought to the table. Now, I know, like I said, she wasn't the best wrestler. The Divas movement was very soft in my opinion, and shout out to WWE for stepping their game up. As far as the talent that's being showcased now, it's not necessarily just the looks, because anybody who knows that era of wrestling during the Divas movement was very, very ditzy. At least for me it was. I mean, you had a few of them that were heavy hitters. Not even heavy hitters, but better wrestlers. I wouldn't necessarily say that she was one of the better ones, but I really digged her fashion, and she kind of brought me back into wrestling, like I said, even though I was only watching the show. But it was still fun. It was still fun to see her and the whole John Cena and everything else. So that is why I had to add my girl into my top 5. Now, she doesn't come with many things. She only comes with her Do More Fear Less shirt, which I have. Her outfit in the camo. The long socks. And her iconic shoes. Actually, I really loved her because of her shoes. This was another one that I wish I had more of. The John Cena, Jeff Hardy, Drew McIntyre, Adam Cole, and The Big Show. Like, come on. I would have copped all of them, even John Cena, just to add him to the collection next to her if I could. But I didn't. So, hey, you win some, you lose some. But yeah, so that is one. Or that is another one. And for our last one, another female. Another female. This girl is the baddest. And no, it's not Bianca Belair. She is the baddest woman wrestler, in my opinion, that actually loves what she does. Who actually took all the notes, took everything serious, took her passion, her drive, and really made it her own. We're talking, you know, from NXT to the main roster, you know, to taking over the main roster. She did it with the baddest of the women, you know, to have done it. Who am I talking about? Your girl Bayley. My girl Bayley. My favorite wrestler to date, women's division. I mean, aside from like China, you know, or something like that. Bayley for me, you guys, is everything. She is not only the longest reigning SmackDown women's champion. Let's not forget that. But she's a freaking wrestler, man. She's a wrestler's wrestler. This girl is motivated, is talented. She brings so much to the table. When everybody's worried about glitz and glam, Bayley's worried about her next move. Bayley's worried about, you know, what she can accomplish. And this action figure from Survivor Series, I actually did this as my very, very first unboxing on Instagram. I was a nervous wreck. I would look back and I cringe. I cringe at watching it. If you guys want to go check it out, head over to my Instagram and scroll all the way down to watch it. It was my first unboxing, yes, and it was kind of what introduced me to the community. But it was also my way of introducing myself and what I wanted to showcase. So I thought that was really cool. But I am long awaiting for Bayley's return. Bayley, if you watch this, please come back and take over the women's division. We're all waiting for it. So yes, I love this figure. The face scan is amazing. I love that it came with the belt. For obvious reasons, this is why I grabbed it. I will say that I don't like the white jacket. It kind of gives me like stray jacket vibes, but that could just be me. All in all, this figure is amazing. I love the blue. I love the detail on the actual attire itself. You even got the awesome headpiece. This one came with the Survivor Series wave that had Keith Lee, which I have, Bret Hart, and Hulk Hogan, which I didn't get Hulk Hogan from this series because if you guys remember, Hulk Hogan looked really like cracked out or on drugs, I should say. So I had to pass. Keith Lee is... Oh. Keith Lee is right here. So he's part of this wave too. But yes, that is my last favorite one. And I'm hoping that now that Charlotte is injured, that Bayley is making a return to bless us with her presence and her grace and just take over the women's division, because honestly, you guys, I'm tired of Ronda. I'm not a Ronda fan whatsoever. Nothing against her, but baby girl, please head to UFC. Go back. You know, Charlotte is awesome, but I don't recognize her no more. You know, who else? Let's see. Who else is out there? Naomi and Sasha, they're just a gimmick now. I can't take them seriously. Bianca Belair, I mean, don't get me wrong. She is toughest. She's whatever S that she wants to be. But she does not wrestle to her full potential. And it's because every woman that it has something to offer, like Bayley, like Bianca, you know, other wrestlers out there, even Becky Lynch, who's gone so down for me, you know, from where she was when she made a comeback. I feel like they don't wrestle to their full potential because it's just WWE. You know, you wrestle for the kids, you wrestle for the fans. Now, if you put Bianca Belair with like Jade Cargill, oh my gosh, can you guys imagine the matchup? If you put Bayley with Britt Baker, can you imagine the matchup? The list goes on and on and on. So your girl's forever hoping that the women step it up. Don't get me wrong. Kudos to all the women wrestlers because it is not easy. Granted, I'm talking mess and I'm sitting here making a YouTube video. So I don't know how hard or how easy it is. But I do know what I like as a consumer, what I like as a viewer. So if they can, you know, improve that in any way, shape, or form, I'm all here for it. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit that like button. Let me know which of the 5 that I showcased that you guys liked. Let me know in the comments below, like I said earlier, what your favorite figs are. And just drop a comment to say hi. It's the way I can stay in touch with you guys. It's the way that I can get to know everybody that follows me. So please, please, please do not hesitate to leave a comment. If this was your first time here, I hope you enjoyed it. And if you were returning, thank you for coming again. I am going to get up out of here because I have to go run some errands and get my day started. It is Monday today. So I hope everybody has a great, great rest of your week. Sending you guys all my love and positive vibes. And it was a wonderful, wonderful week. Thank you all for coming. Thank you for watching me yet again. And until next time, PFC is out of here, familia. We out. Follow me on Instagram. Follow me on Twitter. Follow me everywhere. Just follow me. I love you guys. I'm like Walter Mercado. Mucho, mucho, mucho. Amor. Lots of love and lots of positivity coming your way, guys. Until next time, pretty out.